How to photograph your art. This is Art at BCHS with Madame Defoe. Taking a photo of your art in a professional way, say to use for a portfolio, is a complicated setup of lights and tripods and all of that. It takes a lot of time to set up the photography station, and it takes up a lot of space. And so that's why I brought in the Canvas lighting and tripod setup. We now have just one device that is both a smartphone holder, built-in lighting, repositioning, and a weighted base. So we have just one item that we can permanently set up to use anytime we need, and it's never in our way. It's best to photograph your art against a neutral background. So at the photo station, you'll see that I have a white foreground and background. Now go over and turn it on. You can see here you can adjust multiple settings. There's the power button. Then you can change the brightness up or down. And you can change the color temperature. There's warm and cool and neutral. Choose neutral. The ring light has a phone holder and a peephole through it. You'll notice that it's spring mounted, and you can also rotate it around to suit your needs. You can adjust multiple points of the Canvas lamp and tripod system. You can tilt, you can adjust, you can swivel and move, whatever you need to get the best shot. When you mount your phone, if you see this shadowy area, you just have to slide the phone down so that the camera is not obscured. And then it's a matter of making fine changes to the tilt and the angle and adjust all the settings that you can on the lamp itself so that you get even edges all the way around your work. Take your time to do this properly. Yes, I know you can edit the photo after, but if you have a strong photo to start with, it's a lot easier. So notice that I'm making really small adjustments until I'm satisfied and all the edges of the edges of white around my art are even and smooth. If you're photographing a set or group of images, you've got some options as to how you can organize them. Remember that in post-production, we can always rotate the image, so you could take them lengthwise or height-wise as you prefer. Just make sure that the white around the edges is parallel on each edge. Here you've just seen me try 3 different ways to organize and photograph this trio of little paintings. So try different things and see which one you prefer. If you have a very long or very tall work of art, you'll just need to zoom out. So back up the camera, back up the tripod and light holder till you can fit the entire picture into your frame. The same is true if you have a work of art with numerous small cards, for example. Play around with what's the best way to group them so that it looks neat and organized and professional. You'll want to try different things, take a photo of it, and then check again. Groupings that are symmetrical tend to look the best. What about 3D objects? Well, for 3D objects, I recommend taking a number of photos from different angles. So, for example, here it's set up just like for the flat paintings and drawings, where you're looking straight down on them. So that's one way. To show depth, it's a great idea to tilt the camera and lighting so that you can get it from the angle or from a side. That can look best. Play around with organizations and make sure that the horizon line at the back is level and even. Some mediums like scratch art have a reflective surface. Use the dimmer switch to adjust the brightness of the light so that it doesn't wash out, but you can still see some of the details. Another option is you might find some watercolor papers or scratch art papers bow. Use the sticky tack that's on the actual Canva machine or device and tack down the 4 corners carefully just to make sure it lays flat so that you take a nice photo. You should find some sticky tack attached to the canvas lamp. Some 3D sculptural pieces will benefit from having a support behind them to prop them up. So play around with what I have available. Because, for example, with this mask, yes, it looks nice to have it just straight down. But I also recommend taking more than one photo of these sculptures and 3D objects by propping it up against maybe a picture frame holder, such as what I have available on my display card. Happy photographing! What a great way to share your art in a professional way. Thanks!